As long as we come on air every evening, the whole world must listen. As long as we preach this very gospel, Chukwokika Abiyama must be with us. Therefore, without any further hesitation, we must proceed to offer every prayer to Chukwu Okike Abiyama who resided in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from of old, our Father who art in heaven, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee. All over this very planet that you created, they are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation as only you ordained, that this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit, because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have spilled, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, O Lord of hosts, to have mercy upon us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day Chukwu Abiyama benigwe whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth, Chukwokika Abiyama, to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoko. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy. Because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said, my name is Namdekano.
Before the end time, so I'm going to Matano. Every Siana Tiso, do you let me go my president? Macano Panuboko, all party Syria, I want a boss on the Hano, on a Chipenakana. I see Mabura Bonomare, Yaburu, Miaru, Namogara Palamo, surrounding was on the Maketo. Money is not everything. Let's fight for our freedom. For our freedom is our right. Papa Mobaram see. Nadia Frabalamo. Iabuna Nene. Kambu Paraya no. Makanoji Femata Winyakaye. Akalobe Ilo Lesia. Oye Wifemu Paranifea. Ikabu Paraniko. Biafra is my life. Biafra, I must go back to our land. And just a one who took off the day. If I would get married 4 years ago, na chopping mayo. Ogo lodira kumi kahala. Mano yes na bugoba na libu. Wesi no choro wa Nigeria. Ya biko solo nda usala ugausa. Kanyo wezero waneba. Maka no buro lo ugausa. As a good governor he is. Not that you find the house of woman.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world. You're welcome to this very live presentation. This is a live broadcast reaching you all the way from the studio of Biafra Unite channel / television this very evening. And of course, today's date is 24th of February 2025. And the time right now is exactly 11 minutes past 7 p.m. in the land of Chukwuoki Kabiama. You all are highly welcome, my wonderful people of Biafra. Please, once you are here, endeavor to welcome others as we have come here to do the needful this very evening. We are not going to take your time because this very live broadcast is going to be, should I say, question and answer or a public opinion or contribution. Let me know if my voice is coming out clear in the comment section, please. As you join me, let me know if you can hear me loud and clear in the live chat so that we can continue with this very all-important broadcast this evening. If you can hear me, let me know in the live chat, please, so that we can continue, unless if my voice is not coming out clear. All right, going by the title of this very live broadcast, of course, I can see you in the comment section. I can see your names. I can see your names, of course. I can see your names in the comment section. You all are highly welcome. Ndị Igbo tụrụ inu si na ọ na-agba anụ gba aja ọsọ agba ya aja egbe. Ndị Igbo wee kwukwa sị na ife na-adịrọ ka esi eme ya ka esi eme ya ya adịlele. N'ife na-adịrọ ka esi eme ya ka esi eme ya dị. That is the reason why I have found it very, very necessary this evening to come live and, of course, throw the microphone open to hear the sound and, of course, the opinions of Biafran people concerning this very latest development. I will not talk too much. I just want to play you a certain video from Muhammad Musa. After playing the video, just like as I just said right now, that I'm not going to talk too much. After playing this very video, then the microphone will be made open for all people who want to make their own, opinion clear, to call in and, of course, make their own contribution to this very discussion. Please pay attention and ensure that you share the broadcast, of course. Let it be one of your contributions this evening, because this very broadcast this evening has to go viral for all Biafrans to know what is going on. And of course, if the public opinion carries the vote, then everybody should start getting ready to hit the streets from your location, wherever you are, all over the world. Also, if you have a different opinion, you are free to bring it on when the microphone is open, or should I say when the line is open. If you have question, you want to ask question, you are highly welcome to do so once the microphone or the line is open. So I have a video which I want to show you. Let us, of course, see this very video, and then we move from there. According to the title of this very live presentation this evening, which says, Worldwide Protest for the Release of PM Mazi Simon Ekpa, and of course, question and answer. That is exactly what we will be dealing with this evening, and make sure that we put it to bed.
Let me ask.
You all know that so many things have happened already, and so many things are going on. And as it stands today, I can authoritatively assure you that both the Finnish authority and the zoo government are all, of course, paying very, very close attention to every single thing that is going on within the Biafra, liberation movement as it stands today. Don't be confused. Don't be deceived. The zoo wants to know what we can do, and the Finnish authority also want to know what we can do. Do not think that they do not care about what the Biafran people can do. Do not think that they will just say, hey, we have a law, we have our own law, so we are going to follow our law, because they all know, the whole world is aware that the Prime Minister is innocent, including the Finnish law says, or gives every individual authority and right of self-determination and organization. So they know very well that the Prime Minister is innocent. There are two games that they are playing. First of all, to play the game that the zoo and its ally want them to play. And secondly, to see what the Biafran people can do, or the reaction of the Biafran people in this very, matter. So, if the Biafran people think that we are going to allow our PM because he's in the Western world, and then Finland has law, I'm going to tell you today that in this same Western world that we are talking about, most of the times the law is always relevant when it does not touch their interest. I want you to write this thing down today. If it's only word that you are going to pick from me this evening, write it down. In the Western world as it is today, most of the times, not always or all places, but even though you try with what I have said already and what I want to say again, or what I want to repeat, even though you have always, exclude Finland or try to exonerate Finland from this, notion, I want you to use the case of Mazi Simon Ekpa as a case study, that Finnish or Finland is not exception. Are you paying attention? Finland is not exception. It is one of the countries in the Western world. So, in these countries in the West, sometimes law is, relevant and enforceable when it does not affect their interest. So, they are watching to see what the Biafran people can do. Are we going to fold our hands and say, oh, because they are a law-abiding country, therefore, justice will be done? Or are we going to, let them know that the man in question is very, very important to more than 70 million, Biafrans all over the world? Let us watch this very video from Mohammed Musa, and then If necessary, I will briefly analyze it before opening the line for Biafrans to call in and make their contributions towards this very latest development.
About the IPOB agitation. Simon Ekpa, for example, you've told me before that you're working with the foreign authorities to ensure, but now what updates do you have now?
No, I think the Finnish government have their own procedure they're going through. The Nigerian government have forwarded all the relevant documents, exhibits, and everything about what's going on. So I'm sure I'm sure justice will be done.
Did you get that? This very first line is very, very important. Please, I hope my voice is clear. I hope my voice is clear. Please let me know once again in the comment section. Very, very important. He said that they have forwarded all the documents and evidences and exhibits to the Finnish authority. That they have forwarded all documents, evidences, and exhibits to the Finnish authority. What do you think that they call these documents? What do you think that they see as an evidence or as evidences against our PM? What do you think? Allegations and lies and deceit, including the things that are happening in the northern part of the zoo, both the crimes being committed by Boko Haram, they will all forward them to the Finnish authorities, claiming that these all things committed by the Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. I want Biafrans to open their eyes and pay attention to this very broadcast. Very, very important, even though we are not going to take time today. What do you think that are these evidences that Musa is talking about? What do you think? Lies and deceit, because they have no any evidence against whatever allegation they are leveling against our Prime Minister. Now let's continue.
So it looks like it's taking longer than necessary.
Well, it's not our country, it's a sovereign country. They have their own procedures, so they have to follow their own procedures. Ours is to ensure that we follow up and make sure that we monitor what's being done. But I'm sure they will do, because we have been able, I think the Attorney General did a fantastic job, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Minister of Defense. We'll follow up and make sure that we monitor what's being done. But I'm sure they will do, because we have been able, I think the Attorney General did a fantastic job, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Minister of Defense, together with the Office of the National Security Advisors, comprehensive things were done.
So it looks like it's taking longer than necessary.
Well, it's not our country, it's a sovereign country. They have their own procedures, so they have to follow their own procedures. Ours is to ensure that we follow up and make sure that we monitor what's being done. But
Did you hear that? Did you get that? He said, ours is to monitor and follow up to make sure that they do the necessary, that justice is being done. Can you hear me, somebody? He said that our own is to monitor, and make sure that they do the necessary. What do you think monitoring this case could be? It is all about using all the necessary means, especially their allies, to mount serious pressure on Finnish authority to make sure that they get the PM nailed down. That they are monitoring the process, making sure that the necessary is being done. Are you paying attention? What that means is nothing but pressure. Let's continue.
I'm sure they will do, because we have been able, I think the Attorney General did a fantastic job, and the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Minister of Defense, together with the Office of the National Security Advisors, comprehensive things were done, exhibits were forwarded that will enable them to be able to take action.
Now, now he said that there's one name he mentioned. I want all Biafrans here, especially the Igbos. I want you to pay attention and pick something from this very line he dropped. He said that they have done their jobs. The Office of the Attorney General of the Federation, the Secretary, Special Advisor to Security, whatever, and he mentioned that word, the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Can somebody tell me in the comment section who is the current Minister of the State of Foreign Affairs of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria? Can you tell me in the comment section, please? Who is the current Minister of State of Foreign Affairs of the zoo? Who? If you know it, I want you to type it in the comment section. Ndibo, ntiodokwa. As I'm speaking to you now, Ohaneze ndị oshi na ndị ama ife alụmeli Igbo. Ohaneze ndị oshi alụmeli Igbo, ife mwutemeli Igbo, have sent a petition to the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom federal government direct to Tinubu's office to give them 10 trillion naira in compensation in order for them to forget about or bury the issue of Biafra completely. But they term it to in compensation of lives and properties that were lost during the Biafra civil war. I'm telling you what is going on now as I'm talking to you now. This is current situation. And Bianco Juku, that happens to be the wife, there are some ways that I am being forced to mention it because that is the only option. Like now, there is no any other option to use if not wife. If not, how do I explain? How do I explain to my generations unborn that the person we are talking about happens to be the wife of ex Biafra eternal lead, as in, sorry, not ex, the wife of, you see, that ex is coming because I don't know how to explain it. How do I explain to my generation unborn, my upcoming generation, my children, the little ones, how do I explain to them that the person we are talking about is the wife of Biafra eternal leader, Odumegwu Ojukwu? How can I explain this? And this is no longer propaganda. This is, I want you to know, we are not, this is not propaganda. This is no longer allegation. You know, the time this woman called Bianca was appointed by Tinubu, there was, so many propaganda flying all over the social media, flying all over the internet. And you know me now, I'm a kind of person that don't work with propaganda. I work with, facts and realities. You must show me that fact. I must see the facts. If I don't see the facts, I don't believe you. Especially when another individual is involved. You understand what I'm saying? This is me for you. This is me. When I was again Nebuso, DOS agha, again Nebuso China Sanworu Afia agha, I had a lot of evidences. Ndị a na-edinye ndị otu fafa aga gbuo ụmụnna anyị fa post ya na their platforms. It's in the public. It's in the public. Fagabuo umaka na lolo anyogo. The then Eastern Security Network. Fatimo up with India and Nigeria. Fabuo munai post to their platforms. Bragia with it. Which my own brother was among. The slain soldiers. So nebu sofaga with evidence. You don't dare try that. It's an abomination. Because these people have committed no offense, they have committed no crime. The only difference there is that they say they do no longer believe you. They want to work with Simon Ekpa. That's all. You term them criminals, you label them all sorts of names, all kinds of derogatory names in order to nail them. On about when you want to buy a dog, you give it a bad name. Actually, so when I'm bringing all these evidences to my people, analyzing them properly, that is the only reason, that is the only way, or not only way, that is one of the ways we won the battle against the DOS, because they committed heinous crimes, especially for buying the members of the then Eastern Security Network that said they want to work with Simon Ekpa. And we did not lay these allegations against them, but they were doing it, posting it on their own platforms and bragging with it, labeling them all sorts of names. You forget? So, in this case, when a lot of propaganda was, going on the social media, I didn't say anything, Bakasam, against this woman called Bianco. No. Somebody say, please don't call her Bianco Juku, call her Bianco. No, thank you. You are very, very right. You are very, very absolutely right. Now, you do no longer need any evidence. The CDS has come out publicly to tell you the job this woman has done already. How she has compiled a lot of so-called evidences because she's coming from the east and helping the Fulani to destroy her own brother. And tomorrow, hey, oh my God. Ndibo. Chai. Where do we go from here? One card this word. Nah. Yeah. Again. What is wrong with us? Chai. Alusoko ndi ojo. Aluso ono na-eme ife ọjọọ anụ ọnụ na-akpa ike ọnụ na-eme ife ọjọọ ọnụ nwangoli isi na ya ama nna alụsokwa ụnụ alụso ụnụ Chukwu bụ ụnụ ọnụ alakpa ụnụ ọkụ anyị nwa ama nna anyị bụ ụmụ Chukwu telụ mmanụ ụmụ Chukwu anyị ama nwere onwe anyị because of one thing or the other ụnụ na-enweta alụso ụnụ mbụbụ ụnụ Chukwu anyị Igbo kpọọ ụnụ ọkụ bụ ụnụ ọnụ ebi ndị Igbo gịnị mere ụnụ? What happened to us?
How dangerous was Simon Ekpa's activities and all allied
very,
or
very
related
dangerous
to your office and to the Nigerian society?
Very, very, innocent people were killed just by his utterances. And so we needed to stop that. And that's immediately they picked him. You see that it has gone down. There are people like him that also doing those things. We're also equally going after them, both outside and within. There are people that benefit. The funny thing about the country is that.
Did you hear the bragging? Immediately we picked him. You can see everything has gone down. You see, that's why I usually, reason things from different angles. You see, I want you now to reason with me. I want you to reason with me. Please pay attention. He said, immediately we picked him, we, not they. I could be wrong because I'm going to replay that place. Immediately we picked him. No. Before we continue, that is not actually what the main thing I want to talk about. But because of the, strength of that word, the heaviness, the meaning of that word, let me first of all replay it before we continue.
Immediately they picked him, you see that it has gone down. There are people like him that also doing those things were also equally. And so we needed to stop that. And that's immediately they picked him, you see that it has gone down.
I see now. He said immediately they picked him. That's good. It's good that I repeated it at least to be sure. Now he said immediately they picked him. You can see everything has gone down. I want to explain it to you. Immediately they picked him. You can see everything has gone down. Do you know what he meant? I will explain to you. Recall that when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was extraordinarily renditioned to the zoo, Lai Mohammed came out publicly on BBC Pidgin and told the entire world that with the arrest, I want to, quote him as saying or as said. Let me quote him as said. With the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu, that is the way they call it, Nnamdi Kanu, the IPOB and Biafra agitation has ended. Did you get that? With the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB and Biafra agitation has ended. That was the word of Lai Mohammed, the then information minister of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, Nigeria. Click the like wherever you are joining me from. We are live on 2 different platforms. We are live on our Biafra Unitement platform with capital letter, and we are live on our, of course, our sister channel, which is Biafra Unite TV. Of course, Biafra Unite TV. We are live there, and very, very soon we will continue what we used to do, going live only on our sister channel, which is Biafra Unite TV. Very soon we will go back to be going live on that platform. So now I want you to connect the dot. That man said, with the arrest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB is done and dusted. And I came out and told you, I'm sure many of you, at least half of these 600 people who are already watching me live right now in just at 8 minutes, I'm very, very certain that some of you, half of you understand what I'm talking about. Because I came out and analyzed him. And I told you, first of all, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had already set up Eastern Security Network. Pay attention. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had already, before this thing happened. Thank you, Ajibo Sunday, for confirming that. That Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had already set up ESN, which is fully armed to the teeth with AK-47. And then somebody who knows very well that if anything happens to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the zoo is doomed, because he has already set up a security outfit to tackle the menace, according to the statement of MNK, to tackle the menace of the Fulani herdsmen terrorists who were coming here to buy innocent women and children of Biafra. And you know that we all know that this security outfit is not only for those that claim that they are Fulani herdsmen terrorists. Any terrorist, both those in uniform and those without uniform, once you come here to buy our people, you are a target of the ESN. So the Zug federal government that knows this whole thing very well, that should know better, that knows that a man who has gone this far, if anything happens to him, it's not going to be easy to contend. They went ahead to make such statement. That means they have, before they even went on for this kidnap and extraordinary rendition, they had already sorted the ground. They have watered the ground. They know that they had those in authority in IPOB in their pockets. Because as a minister of information or as a representative of the federal government, you cannot come out to make such comments when you have committed this crime against a man who has gone this far. Because you know very well that that is when the real fight will begin. That is when the real fight will begin. Are you paying attention? So, what am I trying to say? This man coming here, now let us bring it back because we are just connecting the dot. Very soon I'm going to open the line. This man coming here to tell you and I, as you can see, since they picked him up, everything has gone down in the southeast. Do you know what he meant? He's telling you and I that all the activities of Simon Ekpa in the so-called southeast, which borders on Biafra liberation movement, have all gone down. That is what Musa is telling, because PM himself, we all know, the whole world is aware, committed no offense. A man who said, I want freedom from a certain union is not a crime anywhere in the world, and you have the backing of the law to go about it anyhow you deem it fit, including African Charter Article 20, 1, 2, and 3 said you are free to do so. And Nigeria is a signatory to this law. You understand? So the whole world is aware he committed no offense known to law. So all the activities of PM bordering on self-determination and liberation movement in the East, Musa is telling you that it has gone down. And me here, Moano here now, will authoritatively confirm that word to you. It's heartbreaking to many of you listening to me, genuine ones who want freedom. It's heartbreaking, I know, but it's true. It's true. I'm telling you, it's true, my people. It is true, 100%. I'm not telling you because I don't want you to feel bad or maybe, let me sugarcoat it. No, if you know me, you already know me the way I am. I say things the way they are. It's true. So that is the reason why I am calling for this worldwide protest for the release of PM Mazi Simon Ekpa. Because what Musa said in the national TV is not a propaganda. It's true. Since they picked him, what is happening in the southeast has gone down. He didn't say it has ended, though. No, because he cannot say it has ended. If he say it has ended, I would say it's a lie. But he said has gone down, which is true. And you can tell, even you listening to me, even though you are not here, even though you don't live here, you know you are on social media. You're on social media. Do I even have to come here and tell you it's true? Do I really have to come and tell you it's true before you know? You're on social media. If it's a lie, you will know. You listening to me now will know that it's a lie, because you will be seeing activities on social media. Is it not? Is these things are very simple for everybody to understand. You see? And it's 3 months now. This thing happened in November, December, January, February. Complete 3 months. Today is 24th. It happened on the 18th of November Today is 24th. So we are talking about something that has happened 3 months and 1 week now. Biafrans, we have to do something. We have to rise up. We have to do something. I'm telling you, we have to do something. There's that word he said, that since they picked him up, you can see that things happening in Southeast has gone down. And what is that thing happening in Southeast? The movement for the restoration of Biafra. That's all. And you all know what it means. You all know what it means. What is this movement? There is no protest in the East, in the Southeast, according to the way they call us Southeast or Southeasterners. There has never been protest for the past many years now. There is no gathering. We don't gather for meetings. There is no gathering. What is this thing happening? What is this movement? It is the guerrilla warfare that is going on, the woto that they are receiving. Nothing, any other thing is babadash. Nothing else. Now they are free. Now they have freedom to come here, go into our villages, buy people anyhow, our massacre innocent women and children anyhow they like. They now do it without any challenge, unchallenged. Unchallenged. I said unchallenged. Do you want me to be sending you videos every time? Many of you listening to me right now, I'm sure you have some video that I promised to send last time I was on live broadcast. Some of you that reached out to me on WhatsApp, I sent you the videos. I didn't hesitate. I sent you the videos. Some of you listening to me, if you know that I send you any of the videos of the current things going on in our land, please indicate in the comment section. If any of you watched my live broadcast last time and you reach out to me requesting for that video, please let me know in the comment section. You understand? It's happening. So therefore, we need to rise and call for the release of our PM. Very, very, very important. Very, very, very important. I told you last time that if you want the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that we have been calling for, and you want Biafra, you genuinely want Biafra from your heart, you first of all pray for the release of Mazi Simon Ekpa. I told you, and I keep on saying it. I keep on saying it. Now let us conclude this very video so that I can be able to open of course, the microphone, the line.
There are people like him that also doing those things. We're also equally going after them, both outside and within. There are people that benefit. You know, the funny thing about the country is that some people think everything is about politics. So there are individuals that feel if there is peace, then maybe the government is doing too well, and then people want to applaud. So some people intentionally want to make sure that the country remains ungovernable. There's strife everywhere, but innocent people are killed. If you want to be a leader and you are praying for some people to be killed just because you want to come in, I think there's a problem somewhere.
So the agitation in the Southeast region, I mean, you have mentioned that it is not only the fight, well, there are other measures.
Yeah.
Do you think that the release of Nnamdi Kanu might help the situation?
Well, I don't know. I think the federal government is considering all options, and I think that's a decision. That's a political decision. It's not our own decision. Our own decision is to stop the killing, to ensure that we secure the communities and that they're free.
Story. Your own is to secure the communities. How do you secure the communities? Asawana, as I'm speaking to you right now, is going about everywhere, walking hand in hand with these Jew terrorists in military uniform, buying innocent people. Asari Dokubo confirmed a couple of weeks ago when he was angry with the Zoo Janjaweed He was angry with them and he lashed on them. He blasted them on a video, saying that as I'm speaking to you now, my men are fighting alongside. My men are fighting alongside the Zoo Janjaweed in Imo State. He said it. Some of you saw the video. Let me know if my voice is coming out clear, please. Very, very important. If you can hear me, let me know in the comment section, please. Asari Dokubo said it. If you can hear me, please let me know in the comment section. So, how do you think a Fulani man will secure your life? How do you believe that a Fulani man has what it takes to secure your life? How on earth do you think such a thing can happen? That a Fulani man can secure your life? In the zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, you think that Fulani has what it takes with the hatred at heart they have against the Igbo people. How do you think that they can secure your life? How? As in, I don't understand. How do you think such a thing can happen? You had Ibrahim Babangida. After the confession he made, which includes exonerating the Igbo from the so-called Igbo coup in 1966, the January coup. At the end of it all, he still said that he has no apology to anybody. After the confession, including the confession of how Moshood Abiola was spied and how he won the election in 1993. At the same time, at the end of that confession, this man still said he has no apology. Are you paying attention? This is what is going on. He still told you that he has no apology. So how do you think that this man called Babangida from Niger State, who is not naturally a Fulani man, but lived within the Fulani cabals and, of course, influenced by the Fulani cabals. How do you think if this man is feeling like this against the Igbo people, this very man who is not a natural Fulani man, then what about the original Fulani man? What about an original Fulani man? Anybody thinking that the Janjaweed or any of these security agents in the zoo is bringing security to Igbo man or Biafran man in the east? Iyano n'ụra otu a abịa bulu gị. Iyano n'ụra ebulu gị. And by the time you wake up, before they send you to your ancestors, then you look around and you see that ndị bulu gị fa bụ ndị nọ na uniform. Na ndị bulu gị bụ ndị nọ na uniform. Before they send you to wherever they usually send others, you notice with your eyes na ndị bụ gị fa bụ ndị nọ na uniform. We must rise up and act now.
People must stop providing necessary support to these individuals. In Maiduguri, why surrendering came up with that, people stopped supporting them and they were able to come out. So I think the same thing should be repeated here, so that we can have, to whatever grievance they have representatives that will represent them, that will make cases for them. But besides that, we're always using the kinetic and the
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? This man is telling us, he claimed not to be a politician. He claimed to, that because he was asked about, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, if releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu could help to douse the tension. He said that is on the side of the federal government. At the same time, he is there telling us how to go and meet our representatives who are in Abuja. To go and meet our representatives in Abuja. I'm going to send, because we are heading to 1 hour right now, and I want to speak with only 1 hour and then open the line for people to call in and make their contribution. Remember, the topic is worldwide protest for the release of our PM Mazi Simon Ekpa. Remember, of course, the title and the headline, which is the head of the conversation, the bone of context. So once you are joining me, and of course, those of you that have my phone number, I will equally receive call on WhatsApp. Let me also bring the phone number to the screen. So those of you who would want to call on WhatsApp, you are free to call on WhatsApp. Those of you who would want to join me live in the studio, the link is in the comment section. Now, because I have 4 more minutes to go, 4 more minutes to speak, and then the line will be open for all. So, this man who is telling us, or who is reminding us that we have representatives, he is reminding us that we have representatives. This same man, or should I say, these same representatives that he's talking about, that he's reminding us, are the same representatives, whether you call them Ohanes and Dioshi, or you call them senators, or you call them House of Representatives, or you call them local government chairmen, or you call them Igwes and political exes, or you call them PGs, president generals, youth leaders, or whatever. These are the same people that have sent petition to Tinubu, as I'm talking to you now, begging Tinubu to pay them 10 trillion naira, 10 trillion naira for them to forget about Biafra. These are the representatives, so because whether you are a senator, you are member of Ohanes and Dioshin, whether you are a governor, Hope Uzodinma is one that brought the late Iwanya. All of them, governors, senators, they are all within the cabals. They are all members of Ohanes and Dioshin and Diama. Whether you are a senator, you are a member of Ohanes. So these are the people. These are the people who are caught. Do you want to see it? Maybe you haven't even listened. Maybe you did not listen to my afternoon broadcast. Maybe you didn't listen to my afternoon broadcast. You want to see it? Do you want to see the news that I'm talking about? Because here we don't do propaganda. Anything we tell you, we show you evidence. Do you want to see it? If you did not listen to my afternoon broadcast, let me know in the comment section. I will show you the headline, the news. These are the people who he's reminding us that we have representatives, that we should go and meet them. We should go and talk to them so that they go and meet federal government. If there is something we want nothing. The only thing we want is total exit of Biafra from the zoo. That's all. And the people you are reminding us that we have are not in the best position to give us that we want, because they are all corrupt. They are all corrupt and compromised. They are all the as lickers. How do they give us what we want? How would they give us what we are looking for? How would the representatives, so-called representatives that Musa is talking about, give us what we are looking for? This is unbelievable. So we don't believe them. We don't listen to them. We don't pay attention to their shenanigans. We know that they share money in Abuja. They share money every day, every week, every month. They share money. They bring Chinese people to illegally mine our resources in our land. We know. They arm them, give them escorts. So you as a villager, you as a local, what can you do? These Chinese miners, illegal miners, are there being protected by the escorts, police officers, and mobile police. What can you do as an unarmed individual in the village where these resources are being located? What can you do? You can't do nothing. These same governors, representatives, so-called representatives, are there mining these resources, packing money. Why the people wallow in periphery, wallow in poverty? On that note, the number, the phone is on. Those of you who want to call in, remember we are talking about the release of Mazi Simon Ekpa. We are talking about a worldwide, or we are calling for worldwide protest for the release of Mazi Simon. So those of you who would want to call on WhatsApp, you are free to call. Those of you who would want to join me in the studio, the line is open now, so you can join me. Click the link in the comment section, and of course, join me live in the studio in order to make your contribution. Ogwejiofo, please grab the microphone and speak to us. Everybody, your opinion is needed now. Your opinion is highly needed now. We are talking about a worldwide protest for the release of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon. We have to do something. You all can see the plan of the zoo. You all can see what they are. You all can see what they are doing with Bianco Ojukwu. It is now in the public. You do no longer need evidence that Bianco Ojukwu is working against us. You do no longer need evidence. Musa has confirmed it. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? That is the question. Ogwejof, are you there? Please go ahead.
Yes. Am I coming out clear?
Ogwejof, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Ogwejof, for the last time, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Go ahead, please.
Okay, okay. Greetings, dear friends. Greetings. As I greet everyone. Yes, let's go straight to the point. Your question is very clear. Your question is very clear, and we must do something. We no longer need any other thing to confirm. Christopher has confirmed everything to us, and the worldwide protest is also supported. I support that worldwide protest. While doing that, we should make it a kind of those in abroad can do active or do an individual can make a video referring and calling mentioning the particular countries that are holding our leaders, and if all of us, no matter how many that we are, come out to do this video and with a particular hashtag and it goes viral, I think it will be good. Now, the actively protest, you know, the template that our prime minister is using by now, a protest would have been going on, and that protest would be like if the zoo army thinks they want it in pieces, and they will meet their pieces, and men that will protect the protest will be on ground. That I believe that will be in our defense, what is going on in our defense, because to carry out such you need a very strong defense to do that. But it has been what it is. I support the protest 100%, and I will leave my mic here so that other friends will bring their suggestion. Thank you, Mazuda. I hope he's there. Okay, maybe his network kicked him out. Am I coming out clear? See, can anyone hear me? Okay. Am I coming out? Am I being heard? Yeah, I think we're having.
Hello? Something is wrong here. Biafra Unite, we cannot see you any longer. Hello? Hello? Good evening, everyone. I don't know if you people are hearing me. If you are hearing me, I'm a very full in support of this worldwide protest to create more awareness and let people that are holding our leader, Mas Simon Ekpa, Mas Nnamdi Kanu, and the others, let them know that we are not happy and we want them to be released. They did not do anything. They are fighting for their rights. They don't have rights to hold them. So I'm fully in support, and I am also adding that if Biafrans will agree and come back together again with this idea, I think something good will happen. Let us forget about what happened in the past. Let us focus on this project. Let us unite together. Let us be one. Let's speak with one mind and one spirit. As we are embarking on this, I also suggest that we will all go into prayers, praying to the Almighty God, who sees everything and knows everything. Let Him, in His mercy,
hear and answer us. That is the major thing. We may come out on the street and the band and the other things and sing our songs. But if you are not in a good relationship with God, our prayer will be like pouring water on the stone. It will not go anywhere. But by the time we are planning to do this, and each and every one of us in our various places are committing this issue or this project into the hands of God and having free minds for each other, believe me, you people will see something happening. Things are happening. So, those of us who really serve the living God, let us call on him as we go on with this one that will unite us more together. Prayers can be individually, but coming out in mass in various countries will create more awareness that these people really know what they want. If we keep quiet without any action, believe me, these people will know that we are not serious. I remember when Mazin Nandikan was moving from one country to the other, people were from different countries, creating awareness about Biafra. That gave Biafra a very big name then. But now, they hold our leaders. We all went back to our shell. But with the help of God, we will continue. We are not going to go back. Going back will not aim us anything. The best thing is to forge ahead. Let's continue. Yes, we don't know who is going to bring Biafra to us. But we know and sure that Biafra will come. And it will come at its own time. So let us continue doing what we are doing, individually, group as well, and in any other way, so that this Biafra will come. My dear brothers and sisters, at the same time, I give credit to Biafra Unites. Biafra Unites, your program is bringing people together. Your program is bringing peace. Your program is bringing unity. And I pray that more wisdom will come upon you to continue carrying all this project. People may hate you, but don't mind. Keep moving. Don't look at anybody. Keep moving. If Mazin Nandikan backslided, you wouldn't have come up. If someone you wouldn't have come up. A lot of people are still in their own way planning and doing what will bring that. Let us not mind what gossip that is going on.